10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Hi, everybody. Do I look depressed to everybody? Because I probably am a little bit. Because as you can tell, I don't have somebody with me. She is sick, or she told me she was sick. I think she's probably sitting there going, I ain't getting on there with him. I don't know what that guy's going to do from one minute to the next. So I had to go do some searching. I had to go do a bunch of searching. And I have got me a co host. Well, yeah, we'll call him a co host. That's the best thing to say. We'll just call him a co host. All right. And well, I got to wait because obviously he just disappeared on me for some reason. I don't know where he's at, but he's not there. But I was going to give him a nice, don't bring yourself up yet. I'm not done introducing you. Go ahead. Let's get some. There. Now we get the introduction. Gah. Okay. Never mind. I got Brandi. I'm sorry, guys. I did not know.
Meme of the week. It's Donnie Joe, meme of the week.
I hope she comes in and sees that. I should be drinking something stronger than root beer for this one. Okay. Well, hi, Brandi. How was your week?
Well, it was pretty good.
You can't even do that and keep yourself laughing.
I can't.
What is this thing? I mean, are you in Walmart or something? What the hell?
I don't know.
Oh, Roger likes you though. Roger thinks you're looking cute. Now, the best of y'all need to come out and say, "How you doing?" You're having problems with that wig, aren't you?
Dude, I don't know how to act. I ain't had hair in so long.
Well, what you need to do is go back and have your daughter or your wife braid that thing for you so you got the actual braids going at the same time.
There you go.
Moon, I don't know about her needing a shave per se, but you may be right. You very well may be right. But at least it's not colored pink or blue or whatever the case might be, So anywho, anything to get me away from the Cowboy game, I'm happy. All right.
Yeah, that ain't no lie. Kind of reminds me of myself back in the 80s, dude.
No, it doesn't. You were not Fabio looking back in the 80s. Try me. No.
I didn't have blonde hair.
You didn't have blonde hair, but your hair didn't get that long either. You had that curly hair that once it grew out of ways, it started curling up on you.
Yeah.
Kind of like the way I did. I couldn't get it. They're like, "Hey, grow your hair long." I get it down my neck and it curl back up.
Well, it actually, I had it about this long at one point, but I had a mullet. So
when was that? Must have been after I'd left, I guess. Were you in the oil field at the time?
No.
Or were you trying to be a wrestler? Were you trying to be a wrestler at that point? Because that's all the wrestlers wore back then.
But no, I had a mullet, and my hair was at one time. My hair was down past my shoulders.
Oh wow! I never saw you like that. So, hi, Brandon.
And after a while, when it gets so long, it would hang in big Shirley Temple ringlets, and freaking women loved my hair because I didn't, but thank God.
Oh my goodness. You're hurting me. It had been after I left because you never had long hair at all before I left. I know that.
Yeah.
But I'd have paid money to see it. Where's Bobby at? Bobby will tell me. Bobby will tell me exactly what happened. He's probably got video of it. But
He
anywho,
texted me today.
did he? How's he
Yeah.
doing?
He's doing all right. What the hell's going on here?
Well, if you quit playing with it, you're just not used to having it there and it's messing with you.
Well, you know, there we go. Look like Cousin It now.
There you go. I just fixed your headline for you. Yeah, but Cousin It had dark hair.
Yeah, he had red hair.
So, since you're Brandi when Brandi ain't here, now you look like Greg Allman. Look at your reflection. You look like Greg Allman now.
I can't sing like Greg Allman.
Greg Allman couldn't sing that good either, though. So you're not missing nothing. So anyway, so yeah, I was sitting there this weekend. I was like, I saw a bunch of stuff out online, but there was a couple of them I saw this week going through Reddit posts and several others that I was like, I hadn't seen this one before, but it's been out since like 2007. It's been like 7 or 8 years, that since somebody had actually put it out on YouTube and looked at this stuff or whatever. And I was like, I got to check this one out because there was one it's out of Greencastle, Indiana. And it was at the old O'Hare Mansion is what they called it. And it's long since been torn down from what I understand. And I was sitting there going, I got to look into this more because the first right out of the box, what's the first thing you tell me? That's going to muffle everything you say. Go ahead and put it on there. But, it was like these people they did what all of us do, 3 pictures, 3 pictures, 3 pictures, 3 pictures, 3 pictures, and they took 3 successive pictures. And that's where it all went kind of wild. I started looking at it. I was like, this is insane. But I'm going to bring up the 3 successive pictures they took to get a lot of it. This is called the Pink Lady from the O'Hare. Now, the O'Hare Mansion, I was thinking about, hey, we got to figure out how to see if we can recreate it or whatever. Unfortunately, the mansion has been torn down since this. So it's been several years. But here's the pictures. Okay. I had never seen them before, never even heard of them before. I just happened to find them when I was going over Reddit. Then I found several-year-old Facebook posts on it. Then I found some other stuff on it. And I was like, okay, well, let me think about this for a minute because it says here, the Greencastle, Indiana, Pink Lady of O'Hare Mansion. Okay. The image was captured by a gentleman named Guy Winters and Timothy Lambert. They were there doing some investigating. Okay. He said he remembered an eerie, almost sick feeling when he was taking several of the pictures. Okay. So he didn't know what was causing it. He just wanted to take, he did like we would. We'd start taking pictures. You never know what you're going to catch, but you got to be in one spot. Bam, 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 bam. Right. Every time, we do it all the time. Right. So when I'm sitting there going through this with what this guy had written and everything, I was like, this is insane. Because the more I read into it, somebody said it looked uncannily like the family members of the O'Hare family. And then it came out later that it looked like a lady named Irene O'Hara, who was the matriarch of the family up until I think it was 19. Let me see if I wrote it down. She was the lady of the manor. That's all it says. She was a lady of the manor at one time. So when you take this, first right out of the box, okay, you got something. Then we got a little bit more depth going on right here now. And she's still kind of moving. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
They caught movement of her, through the whole thing. And I was like, this is really kind of wild. I don't know how else to put it. I look at it, and this is the um, up and down, and I'm gonna show you the side by sides here. Somebody else put it side by sides, but they augmented it when they did it. And as you see, when you augment it, you start distorting stuff. But you can still see this would have been the first one, this would have been that second one, and this one would have been the third one as we looked at it up and down. This one right here is the one that always gets me because you can see that eye. You know what I mean?
Right.
You can see the depth of the eye. Not quite as much here, like there's more glare, almost like she's leaning further into the window type thing. So, you still pulling hair off of you?
Yeah. And I'm used to doing that, but it's not that long.
Yeah. And then this one right here, look at how the shadow starts coming up as she's starting to move away, it looks like.
Well, see, what's weird is and to me, it looks like it's in different stages of manifestation.
Yeah, 100%.
Because the scroll back over.
Okay.
Yeah. The face, if you look, the face takes on more and more and more definition.
Yeah. As it's going either from here to this way, or honestly, I didn't even think about it till you were talking about that. But like I said, I don't know which order they were taken. I just know there were 3 taken successively, and I've never been able to figure out which order they were taken.
And I mean, it doesn't really matter because,
no.
I mean, it could have been phasing in or phasing out.
Yeah, because I mean, honestly, if you look at it in these 3 and just take it as a film frame,
right
here, manifesting, and then manifesting out, coming in and going out, that quick, and he caught all 3 phases right there, just from what I'm looking at here.
Right.
But I don't know. I can't tell that it was faked in any way, shape, or form. I do see some stuff now. This, like I said, was augmented. So if I go back,
what in
this,
the hell?
What are you looking at?
What happened? My screen went blank, and I got a pop up. I'm like, what?
You got popped. Oh, anyway.
Damn porn site. Leave me alone.
Captain Stabbing. Oh, sorry, that ain't right. As you look at these, especially the lower one, in this one you can see more darkness, on the bricks and such because of the augmentation, I believe. But here it's just different shades of how it was captured, the flash or whatever the case might be, or maybe it's a street light out there. I'm not for sure, and I can't say that it's not a reflection of something inside coming from the outside.
Well, I mean, even when you're taking, 3 pictures in series, okay, you can tell where he's moved just a little bit.
Oh yeah, you never stay 100% in one spot.
No,
it just doesn't happen. And quite frankly, here's a wide one, and these 2 have been cut down on this strip anyway. Okay, we already know somebody's fixed with it. I wish I could have got hold of the actual real photos, but they're probably long gone or somewhere else.
I'd like to see the negatives on this stuff. That's
well. Here's one where they put this one up here under a spectrometer. You ready for this? That's where they put it under the actual Bravo. Now, does it mean anything? Probably not. I mean, you can see here, this is the wall. This is her face that we were seeing pretty much full force. Okay. I was looking at it, I was like, when they get depth like that, that's like when they checked out the Shroud of Turin. Okay.
Right.
When they checked out the Shroud of Turin, they could see depth in the face that was burnt into it, quote unquote, burnt into it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So this is like, okay, so this is giving me a depth to this. So we know whatever back there that is caught, according to this software anyway, does have some sort of substance. So
Well, you know, and the thing about it is, when we catch stuff like this,
Mm-hmm.
it can look like whoever or whatever it wants,
Yeah.
but that don't mean that's what it is.
No,
You know?
100%. We don't know what it is for sure,
Uh-uh.
but we do know it looks like, according to all the software, that it's there. Now, the further back we go, you can see they pull back even further, and now you can see more of the actual body too,
Right.
and the depth of it and such. My only question is, what is this going along here? Is there something in there that's causing that glare, shine, whatever? I mean, what do you guys think out there? I mean, because honestly, usually when I see this kind of backup on a photo, I tend to believe the photo because it's got good provenance with it. I haven't talked to either of those gentlemen, and I haven't seen any real interviews other than a couple of YouTube videos about it.
Right.
But there is an actual little documentary. I think I've got it saved out on Facebook now. There's an actual little documentary out there that covers Greencastle, Indiana, and I'll probably put that in my comments, not comments, but the community area. People want to check it out. So
when did you say these were taken?
it was before 2007, from what I understand.
I wonder if you can still investigate that place.
No, it's gone. That's what I'm saying. The whole mansion's gone. It was destroyed a long time ago. It was demolished.
Shit. I guess I was messing with my hair at that point.
Yeah, it's been completely demolished, and that's why nobody can really go back and prove yay or nay. So, but that wasn't all they caught there. I mean, they caught other things like this. Of course, that we know that could easily be light blur, and they weren't using digital; they were using film. So that tells you how old it really was. And then, there's another spot of that one right there. And then there's another one. And you can see what looks like, and I'm going to say pareidolia mainly on this one for sure. But it looks like there's something trying to manifest right there in the doorway. Again,
yeah, I'm with you. I think it's just, I'm going to go with light play on that one.
Yeah, I mean, it's a glare is what I'm thinking. I mean, look how good that shadow, that stick right there is. I mean, there's no doubt whatever light in there is meeting the light coming from outside and it's causing that glare. But then you got this one. I was confused by this one a little bit, unless there's something inside that I could not find, which I can't see because it got curtains and everything. It looks like there's a light on inside to me.
Yeah.
But according to what I was told, there wasn't. There was no lights on. Well, I kind of tend not to believe that because this is glowing with some light. This is glowing with some light. And then you got this in the middle. That tells me it's probably a chandelier or something that's actually causing that glare. So that one was an interesting one. And then, then they caught this one as well. Different window this time. Now I have to start asking myself, what the heck is going on here? Because you can see, now that I see this one at this distance, these right here are reflections of the tree branches.
Right.
But that's a different window this time, and now we got the same spectrum.
See, that picture kind of reminds me of the one that I caught in
Memphis.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I had thought too. First time I saw it, I was like, "Man, you put some pink on yours, and you got the same picture."
Yeah.
But this one seems like when you zoom in, of course, it's harder. This is wasn't scanned very well or whatever, but you could actually see hair this time. It looks like hair coming down the side of her face.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I was like,
it's interesting that this picture and the other one, with the first one we was looking at, you're talking about her hair, it looks very, very similar.
Yeah. So, actually, instead of that, I'll just go back one more, and you've got this one.
See, especially in that one up in the corner.
This one?
Yeah.
Because that looks like, that to me, now looking at this, that to me looks like a mirror image of that.
It does. It does.
So So that tells me somebody took an actual image and then mirrored it to here just to get it that effect. Not the effect, but to put them all in the same way. So now that tells me there should be 3 more pictures looking like this somewhere, or 2 more pictures out there looking
Yeah.
like that. After that, I don't know what to tell them as far as this one goes, because that looks like a person there. It looks 100% like a person there.
Yeah.
Probably one of the better ones I've seen next to the Sir No Face thing. We went over that one time. I mean, and don't get me started on that one again either, because I still told the guy when he tried to change all his Chad Kalick, when he tried to change his views on it in the second movie, I'm like, no, don't be jumping on the daggum bandwagon of the Greys, okay? Don't do that. But again, you can see, I'm guessing this picture right here is probably from either this one, most likely this one is what I'm thinking.
That's what I'm thinking now. I mean, there's because man, if it's not the same pic, man, it's awful similar.
Yeah, and like I said, I think the branch glare right there is what's helping it, and it's what we're seeing. I think because you're seeing the branch reflections over here. I think that's helping this part, but it doesn't account for that. The draining or the wispiness of the actual, what looks like, for lack of a better word, a nightgown.
Right.
So I can't say yes or no. I'm leaning yes toward pretty good capture, because I mean, it's been looked at obviously by a lot of photo experts out there, and they did it properly. They documented it properly. So that's probably one of the best captures I've ever seen.
Yeah. Well, I like where they used that software and brought it out like that, because I mean, that, like you said, it shows depth, and that's something you don't see. But again, that software's rendition of that picture. So
Okay,
I
hang
don't
on
know.
a second. We got some Sparky ears. Look at the V-neck. Looks like old school knitting pattern. Well, let's see. Let's see if I can get a closer up look of this. Can't really see it on that one. But I guess, I mean, in this area right here, I guess that's what he's talking about. Right in that area, Sparky. Could easily be, honestly, if you're thinking about that time frame where this woman might have lived, I didn't look up her dates and such.
To me, it looks like a gown with that lace pattern across the chest.
Yeah.
That may be what he's talking about.
Yeah, could be. Yeah, there you go. It shows up on both for color coming through the V-neck area.
An old school.
Like right here you see it, and right here you see it. Yeah, that makes sense. 100%. It does. I mean, because hell, I don't know if it'll give me. I'm going to do a quick search, because I didn't look her up at all. I just kind of left it alone with it. But Irene O'Hare. Okay. Refers to Canadian musician. No. Don't want that. We want the pink lady. I'm trying to see. No, it doesn't give me a date of her, though. Unfortunately, it does attribute these pictures to her, though. Several of them out there, but I can't find her actual dates of birth and such like that. It doesn't say. So kind of screwed out of that one. But anyway, yeah. So that was the one of the first ones I ran into. I mean, this week, and I was like, I sat yesterday for 3 hours doing nothing but looking and blowing up these photos, trying to see if I could see anything that looked like it had been tampered with in any way, shape, or form. And there's nothing as far as tampering goes that I can find.
Right.
But I can't rule out somebody being behind the window, though. You know what I mean? And it just being a glare of some sort.
Right.
But that pink hue is kind of wild, because most glares don't take that hue. and I can't
You
explain it.
know, I mean, well, and I want this to be a good catch. I do,
Yeah, I do too.
but it's like you said, could be somebody in the window. I mean,
Very well could be. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say it is because
no,
I want
I
it to
get,
be too.
what you're saying.
But I don't know that I could. Here's the thing, though. Unless I had a pink dress, somebody with a pink dress on up there, and had them, kind of silhouetted against it with a pink in a soft
Hmm.
white light, I don't think I could recreate that hue on a regular capture.
Well,
I
and
couldn't
that's what
that pink.
and this is, and we talk about this all the time, Randy.
Yeah,
But this is where I would like to see somebody
video.
try to recreate the photo.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
And
and
unfortunately, we can't with this.
unfortunately, yeah,
But I thought it was a great capture. That's why I wanted to bring it in to look at because I knew I'd spend time on it because these guys they did the only known investigation at this place that
mm,
I know of. And this is the stuff they were capturing. Here's the problem with this one. You look down here, you see this kind of it's like a remnant. So whatever photo uh, camera they're using, this looks like a remnant of a stump down here. See what I'm saying? And you got different other remnants floating around. There's too many artifacts from the actual flash. You know what I mean?
yeah.
That's causing issues. So that makes me want. I want to. Anybody looking at this, a lot of them just going to say that's an angel and go with it.
Why is
Okay,
everything that happens to be lit up an angel?
it's our want and desire for it to be that way. That's exactly what it is. I mean,
Yeah.
I've seen so many pictures of these supposed angels, and we did a show on angels once, and so many of them are literally either a picture into direct sunlight or a
Mhm.
picture in something that is glaring, but it gives off that aura type of glow.
Yeah.
And while it might be mistaken identity, that's where I look at people and say, whatever you believe is what it is
Yeah.
in that situation. You want to
Perception is
believe it's
reality. I mean, it's
exactly. So, so these guys did pretty good. I mean, they like I said, I think this one, even though it does have a little bit of a pink hue right there, I still think this one because you got pink up here as well. So maybe
yeah.
there is
Well,
something in
see,
there that's
and
causing.
you talk about the pink, and you've got, and I don't know what kind of camera they were using.
No,
So
I don't either.
I don't know if it was digital. I don't know if it was actual film
It
or
was
what.
filmed from what I was told.
But you talk about the pink hue and everything. You've got the bricks. You've got the, even on the back wall back there, and even the furniture. You know, I
Yeah,
mean, so are we looking at some kind of flash reflection of the, you know?
very well could be
Yeah,
with the bricks combined with the white light coming
yeah.
together type thing. It very well could be in this situation anyway. I still don't
I
think
don't know
so.
if it could throw that pink hue or what.
Yeah. Now these, I never was able to figure out what they were taking the picture of. If they're talking about this up here, or is this somebody that they already have, or is this somebody they got a picture of? I just don't know. But see, it looks like this up here is moving across.
And
Again,
see, they could
where's
even be taking. They could even be talking about that black shadow in the middle.
yeah. I mean, because it's dark. I mean, I would assume that's a window right there at least.
Yeah, I don't. I don't think it's the one right in the bottom of the picture because that looks
This
like
here,
somebody standing there.
I think it's somebody standing there too. It looks like you got a camera or some or voice recorder or something
Yeah,
there
yeah,
with them.
that's what I was
So,
thinking too.
but I mean, it's going across. I mean, whatever this is here is moving across, unless he moved his camera and stuff at the same time. I don't know, but obviously somebody has zoomed in and augmented this in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah,
I like these two pictures, but I can't do anything with them because at least it shows movement. So,
yeah.
but anyway, I will leave the pink lady alone for a little while. We're gonna go to Maine. This was a wild one because I did this one and I wasn't kind of fell into it because it was one of those like okay, why am I watching this again? Why am I reading this again? And then I see it. I didn't want to go through the whole full documentary / YouTube video, 50 something minutes for a 3-second clip. You know, I'm like, no,
Right.
what is wrong with you people? Do not try and shove that down my throat. But this is even older than the Pink Lady. This was from early 2000s or late 90s, one of the two. And hey, TKB, how you doing? This is from Carmel, Maine. Carmel, Maine is called the Shadow Dude, is what has always been named. And I'll let you see. This is the picture. This is the first picture. Okay. I'm not going to show you the video quite yet. I'm just going to show you the pictures that these guys have put up there originally. And their whole write up, it just says Ghost Carmel, Maine, and it calls it Ghost Dude. And they were doing this guy was doing his own investigation at his own house, the way I understood this. He's the one that did all this, and his friends helped him kind of pull it together, if you know what I mean. So here's the first one. I'm going to skip past this video right here. Here's where they started augmenting. This is where I started losing it right there out the bat. This is where we're going to start augmenting. I'm already out of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then we get to this right here. This is another frame in the video. Okay? And I'll show you the video separately here in just a second. And see, then he augments that too. And then we're back to her. So I'm going to show this video now, and I'm going to show it differently than on this because I have no controls when it comes to the actual video thing. So I'm going to stop sharing that one, and I'm going to bring this up, and I want you to see the whole video per se, and then we're going to slow it down and see if we can make more heads or tails of it, because I really want to say it's good, but I almost know deep down in my heart that I'm dealing with treachery, shall we say. Treachery. So let me get this thing up here before it's a wild one. All right. We're going to do that. System audio. And
Crystal said he used to live near there.
Oh, where at the Carmel guy?
Yeah, I think so.
So here we go. This came from Facebook now, mind you. And it's just real quick, and then they slow it down and you watch it. But I'm gonna let you go full speed to start with. Slowed it down a little bit. Now he slows it down a little bit more. Now, the guy obviously comes around. He gets startled by this thing and drops the camera or something. I'm guessing it drops it anyway. And I'm sitting there going, and I'm going to slow this down now. We're going to slow it down to quarter speed. Now watch how fast this happens in real time, though, even at quarter speed. You see all the glitches in the tape and such.
Mm-hmm.
I have yet to figure out how he did that, how that happened. But here it is, kind of stabilized and such. And look, this is where I have the biggest issue. I'm gonna stop it. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about right here. This is the biggest issue I have. See how the split right there?
Yeah.
You're doing this, and then you got a blur. You got that. You got a blur. He's going through the window, supposedly, and that's boom, and he's gone. There's too much splitting and there's too much stuff going on, but I can't, for the life of me, figure out what the heck he's looking at. And TKB, I don't know what he did it on. Supposedly it was on film. I'm not for sure. I haven't been able to find out very much more because I've got to go through and watch about 2 hours worth of documentary to get to this one little bit. So that's one thing I haven't gotten to. I'm just looking at this by itself alone, and as I do it, I'm just going to pull it right back here again. And it looks like he comes around the corner. He looks up. This guy's not supposed to be there, and then it just. Oh, man. I kicked it back here because I wanted to see this one more time at full speed. Now, you see that little bit of shadow there too, and I can't tell if that's because of actual shadow from whatever or whoever's there, or is that shadow as in movement, like a blur?
You know, I don't know, man. It looks like somebody. That looks like somebody to me.
Yeah, it does to me too. I just don't know how they animated to where he just disappears, But looking at all the glitch that's happening, it would be what would have happened if they'd have done it that way. See how? Did you see that there? See that shadow?
Yeah.
I don't know that should be there. And then you're lightened again. See?
Yeah.
Shadow, then it's lightened again. It's too much for me to say yay or nay on it. You know what I mean? Well, no, I take that back. I'd be closer to doing this than saying yay.
Yeah. I'm with you on that.
Because honestly, I like it. It's cool. But there's just not enough of it. Though it sounds kind of greedy, but when you've got that much with that much glitch and that much play, shall we say, with something that's supposed to be a decent video. Now, like I said, near Carmel, Clay Bristol, he said he lived near Carmel, and the guy's name out there is the Ghost of Carmel. Ghost of Carmel, Maine is the YouTube channel. Y'all go check him out and check out all his stuff. He's actually got several videos out there, so it's actually not too bad on a lot of it, but I mean it's kind of the way we were at one time. We were very how can we say, we were youngsters in the field. Let's put it that way.
Yes.
And that's what it reminded me of. I mean, you were using whatever you could at the time. You didn't go out and buy all that crazy equipment. I still ain't never gone out and bought crazy equipment. I got a EMF meter. I got a voice recorder. That's what I got. So, yeah, that one though, there's something just not quite.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not on with that. I'm not on with that one at all.
Yeah, it's not. It's just not the greatest in the West. So,
yeah, TKB. I agree. It looks like a recording on a flip phone.
Yeah, it really did. I mean, I would say flip phones might even been better than that. But it's one of those things that the more I looked at it, the more I was like, oh, yo. So now let me get the other one back up here. That didn't come out right. Let me get the photos back up again. And this next one's kind of interesting. This was at Eastern State Penitentiary. Actually, found this one by accident on what was it, on Reddit actually, and it's in 2011 or 2012. And I'm just gonna put it up there and I'll read to you what the stuff said on it. Picture back in 2011, 2012, went to Eastern State Penitentiary for Halloween. The haunted house was pathetic, but I was taking pictures of the building and the cells from a distance because it was cool looking, which just immediately makes me think, all right, if he thinks the cells and the block are cool looking, I'm in with this guy already because it'd be cool looking. It really is.
You know what?
So
I'll tell you that right off the bat.
Yeah.
Some red flags for me.
Mm-hmm.
Is I went there for Halloween and there was a haunted house and I caught something.
Yeah. So as I was going through that, I thought the same thing. I mean, because don't get me wrong. I mean, I've never been one to shine it, looking up at a light and seeing something. You see something up here in the light in any way, shape, or form, 99.99999 times it's going to be a silhouette of somebody or some sort of glare. or some sort of lens flare because you're taking a picture of a light.
Yeah.
Now, this guy did say, I'll give him this. He did say that. Let me see where I put it in the wrong spot. He remembered that the tower was quote unquote empty. If someone was up there, they weren't by the windows. Took 4 or 5 pics, and there wasn't anybody standing there than this one. And I'm sitting there reading this stuff. I'm like, once again, what did we say before? You take those 3, 4, 5 pics or whatever in a row. That's all fine and dandy. You need to put them with the one that has the evidence to prove it,
Right.
to give it some validity. Or people are just going to look at it and say, okay, this guy just faked it. That's all they're going to do.
Well, and how do we know the tower was empty?
Yeah, he doesn't. He couldn't have.
You know, you've got probably dozens of people there. You know, I just no. I can't.
Yeah,
I mean, you know.
No. I'm sorry. It's got to be thrown away because, and don't get me wrong, it's cool. It's cool, but it's so bright. When you took that picture, it washed all that detail out here.
Yep.
So that's going to destroy any credibility that photo will ever have.
Yep.
So, okay, now we're going to go to a church one because I got a little bit of an EVP, and we're going to say guess the critter. I think on it by the time it's said and done on it.
Oh,
but
cool.
This one is a church. Okay, supposedly. Stress that supposedly at this church. Let me read what she said now before I forget about it. Does anybody see anything? I took a photo of the local church. I'm not sure if what I'm seeing is actually something. And that's all they said about it. So I'm sitting there looking at it. It's like, well, let's just see what you're seeing.
Yeah,
what do I see? Yeah, I mean, this is obviously a shadow. You see those shadows are falling and such.
Yeah.
You see how they're falling. Here, first thing I did, I looked right there. Is why is somebody kneeling right there? But it's not. It's a shadow of what's back here behind the pulpit area.
Right.
Okay, because you're looking back out on the gallery. You're looking from the pulpit back out on the gallery. And I'm sitting there. Okay, that's cool. My guess is what they're looking at is right here.
See,
and that's just nothing but shadow play to me.
Yeah, see, that's what I said. You know, before you zoomed in, I'm like, oh, you got lurch back here in the background.
Exactly.
But, yeah, that's nothing.
Look at the shadows. I mean, they go right in line with it. I mean, it's shadow play all day. This light's coming down from one way. This shadow's coming from another. It's shadow play all the way around. So yeah, that was one of those. I was like, no biggie. Pretty easy, pretty simple.
Yep.
Don't really think a whole lot about it. So this other one though, I'm going to play the original first because this is an EV. I don't want to even say EVP. He set up his camera, or not his camera, but his computer, and this has only been in the last 14, 15 days because the Reddit post was only 4 days old. So this has been relatively recently. He set up his computer microphone at his window. And if we believe everything he says about it, okay. If we believe half of what he says about it, okay. Rest of it, I'm not going to get involved. So we will go with the original first. Share screen, window, original, share the system audio. And you guys tell me what you hear real quick. Because, like I said, the audio, I know this is long. It's only like a minute and some odd long. So it's not that big a deal. But it's at 3:30 a.m. with a mic right at his windowsill, is what he said. Y'all tell me what y'all hear because this is kind of interesting, and I'm gonna take and open this up a little bit so you can see the lines a little bit better too, so y'all can see it. But here we go. I know it will be hard to hear. Now, I know it's hard to hear, but you hear that little bit of stuff in the background, right? Okay.
Okay, so if we're talking about all that stuff that was playing,
yeah,
is that what we're talking about?
A lot of it, yeah.
Yeah, birds
at 3 a.m. in November.
Mm-hmm.
Well, either way, these spots right here that you're looking at, these spikes,
Right.
he bumped something here, obviously.
Right.
This one, you could hear him opening a can, which makes me wonder, okay, is he drinking beer? Is he drinking soda? What's he doing? Okay. But I'm going to pull this one down. I'm going to play the augmented one, the one where I amplified the stuff. Okay. And this one, you're going to hear a lot more detail on some of it because I honestly have my doubts now whether he was doing it at 3 a.m. or not. This is why I wanted to bring this one up. Oh, hang on. I gotta share it and make sure I tell it to give all the audio or we won't hear nothing. And I know I didn't click it. Wish it'd make that automatic for me. All right, so now this is the augmented version. I got it a lot more robust, shall we say. And I had to pick and choose because there's certain parts of it, because of where it's at, I couldn't amplify it any higher than a certain amount because of those spikes. I had to do before the spike, then after the spike type thing. So here's what you got with this one. Okay, before we get to that point. Now, does that sound like somebody out there playing with a whistle of some sort to you?
Okay, here's what I'm hearing. Okay, one, in her car.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no doubt about that one.
Yeah. Two, I'm hearing a combination of two things. People talking, possibly kids playing, and birds. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, and those high pitched whistles that I'm hearing, I think somebody's out there with a whistle.
Either that or it's some. I'll tell you what. I got something like bearing squeaking or something. That's what it.
That's what it sounded like to me too. That squeaking in the background, but the louder whistles sound like somebody blowing a whistle or trying to whistle themselves type thing. Yeah, which maybe makes me wonder if this guy was setting this whole thing up because hey, listen to the rest of it now on the augmented side because oh, it restarted. Hang on, I'm gonna get you back over here. Right there. Did that sound like somebody saying Jesus? You want to try it again? You ready? You're muted, so here it comes. Yeah, there's somebody talking in the background. There's somebody out there. There's no doubt. of the car. Yeah, he's obviously opening a can of some sort. This is 3:30 a.m. supposedly.
I'm with JoJo on this one.
Yeah, yeah, it's reaching. It is reaching. Yeah, Roger. That little whispering sounded like Jesus to me, or like somebody an exasperated Jesus type thing.
Yeah, and if you're trying, and at the end of it, if you hear him open it, he hits something in the earlier part.
Yep.
And then at the end of it, you hear like he's trying to open something or something. Well, if he's frustrated trying to open, he dropped something. He's trying to fiddle with it. Jeez.
Yeah, but he took it so long in between times, and I'm like sitting there thinking to myself, like, no way in heck. That's kind of like that old joke about somebody giving you one of those Yeti koozies, Oh yeah, it'll keep your beer cold for 4 hours, and I'm looking at him like, what kind of asshole takes 4 hours to drink a beer?
Right.
So, I mean, yeah, John, I asked the same thing. Why put it in the window? And his excuse on Reddit was that he kept hearing stuff at night and he wanted to try and capture it. Well, it sounds to me like you're sitting up waiting to try and capture it instead of putting it and leaving it alone. You're sitting up trying, and that tells me this thing is entirely 100% staged in one way, shape, or form. And I think you're hearing kids in the background. I think you're not even doing it at 3 a.m. I think you're doing it at 3:30 p.m. These kids are getting out of school type thing. And you're right. I think there's some birds mixed up in there.
Yep.
But I bet money he's got some sort of whistle out there that is causing that whistling effect too. Like wind chimes or the wind tunnels that people put out, that thing.
Either that or, like I said, something. If it's kids playing,
yeah, they could have whistles with them.
Well, I'm not even going with the whistle. Here's what I'm going with. You know those merry-go-rounds that we used to push each other on?
Oh yeah, the whirling fear of death thing. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, those bearings squeaking. That's
in a heartbeat.
Thing.
Yeah,
that's the first thing that jumped into my mind when we were listening to it the first time.
Yeah, and it makes sense. That's why I wanted to get this one out there and listen to it, because I knew somebody else would hear it the way I heard it. Because this guy that put out, and don't get me wrong, he wasn't trying to say everything, but he sure as hell leaned that way, that this wasn't this. It sounds like kids to me. Well, yeah, it sounds like kids. You did it in the middle of the afternoon, I'm betting. And the people, because it came as a video, because he said he couldn't upload an audio, he had to upload a video, so he had to make it into a dark screen movie type thing. Like, that ain't true. Nice try. But
yeah, Sparky, you're right. Swings also came through my head too. Yeah.
Yep. Mickey said it too. So I mean, between that and all the other crap that's going on in the back, we had people on Reddit actually saying, "Oh, that's coyotes. I've heard coyotes. They sound like that all the time." That does not sound like any coyote I've ever heard in my life.
No,
not even close. I'm just like,
maybe a coyote with his nuts caught in a trap, but
yeah, I think it's somebody looking for clicks or getting his name out there, or whatever. Like, he's literally out there saying, "Hey, look what I got. Tell me I'm right. Just hurry up and tell me I'm right." No, but he gets the clicks and he gets a whole bunch of hate mail in the below it saying, "Are you that high?" So that kind of thing. But those were the biggest ones I had this week, because I wasn't doing a whole lot, because I figured I'd center more on those between the pink lady, the Carmel main guy, and this. So I didn't go out and get a whole crap load. I mean,
I can't say with any certainty that any of it's a catch.
No.
Any of it.
No. But I'm close. I'm really close on the pink lady. In fact, I will say
that's the only one that but even that one I can't.
You can't say 100%, but you can't say 100% about anything, really.
No, you can't.
But that one, the added provenance with that one, giving me the analyst with the analysis with the depth of the actual photo, and the 3 photos, even though they've been flipped or mirrored or whatever the case might be, still, I mean, but that's somebody working on their computer. I mean, I'm with you. I would love to see the negatives. Absolutely love to see the negatives. Because we had one on here probably a month or 2 or 3 months back. Actually, it was one from Ireland, I think it was. No, was it Loch Ness? No, it wasn't Loch Ness. There was a Loch Ness one that graveyard there that I found this week as well. But anyway, this one had a picture of some ruins and supposedly a man's face looking out from one side. And then this person said, "Here it is. It's clear. You could tell looking at it. It is so clear zoomed in that it has to be tailored. It has to be doctored. Okay,
Right.
it's if we take pictures, anytime you start zooming in, you're going to get pixelation. This was
Yep.
so crystal clear that I know it's been enhanced."
Right.
And then they said, "Well, here's the negatives. We sent the negative. They sent the negatives too." Okay, no, what you did, you took the digital photo that you had and you inverted it, is what you did. And they're trying to
Right.
say it's a negative. I said,
That's
the
not a
bad thing
negative.
is, no. I said, the bad thing is what you've done to it, though, is just proven that what you have in there is actually a addition to the image because your negative doesn't show anything
Yeah.
because you weren't paying attention enough to make sure it got to it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I love, and I know these guys are doing this stuff for clicks. It's all about clicks. It's all about clicks nowadays. So it makes it harder and harder to find real evidence to look at. But just remember, we've always got Skeletor in England. We've always got Skeletor.
Yeah.
That's still my favorite of all time. I don't care. And Mickey, I saw you talking about Sir No Face out there. We will agree to disagree. For a good movie and a half or documentary and a half, it was a full body manifestation, full body apparition. Then all of a sudden, somebody started talking to him, and it became a gray.
Yeah.
And I won't even get into the fiasco that was the third movie. Okay.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
I tell people when they ask me, "Hey, what do you think about how do you do paranormal investigation type thing?" Investigation is one thing. Verifying the investigation is another.
Yeah, because I mean, look at even the stuff out at Dogman Ranch that we just
Yeah.
caught.
Yeah.
You know, we're baffled as hell, but the only thing that lends any credence to the stuff is that we all know the people that were involved,
Exactly.
you know, and we
And
know
we know,
what was going on there.
and I
But
know the people out there, and trust me, there was no way they were faking anything on camera. Okay,
no,
they can't operate the cameras hardly. How are they going to fake it? But yeah, no, I mean,
and the thing about it, like that, like the last thing we caught, that
uh-huh.
thing that looks like me or whatever.
Yeah.
We're still trying to figure that out. We got to get out there and try to recreate it.
Yeah,
You know,
that's the thing. And Olerson's been sending me stuff, the different audios and videos and stuff that he's got,
Yeah.
and a couple of things that he's got. One that he sent that kind of got glitches going on with it. I got to look at it closer. But he's sitting there videoing through down at the homestead area, and he's kind of videoing through the trees. He's like, yeah, I could see where the trees, the branches could come together to form that kind of a square
Right.
portal type thing. And I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. And I didn't go any further, but supposedly I hadn't got to it, but there's glitches in it that I haven't seen yet. So I got to look at that under a microscope as well. So yeah, it's there's a lot of stuff that happens out there, but like I said, I never felt anything bad at all when I was out there. I sure as heck didn't feel it in that little homestead area. I could pitch a tent on that foundation and sleep
Oh
there
yeah, absolutely.
without thinking twice.
Absolutely.
It felt like home is what it did. It felt like home.
Yeah.
So I mean,
When I walked into that place, I'm like, yeah, no wonder they put a house here. This is beautiful.
yeah, exactly. What we used to call the clearing, the clearing in the woods. Go up in Tennessee, it's the holler. Okay, that's what we're talking about. That opening in the woods where that's where you'd build. But they built those, and I'm assuming those foundations, the trees around them had sprouted up long after the house was gone and such.
Oh yeah.
But God, where they had them set up, you just think you're looking right out one of your windows or one of your doors right onto the creek.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
but anyway, hey, that was fun. We got an hour in. I'm happy. I don't know if I'm going to do the ball pit yet tonight. I haven't talked to Donnie. I don't know where he's at. I sent him a text a while back, but he ain't never answered.
Well, I'll tell you where I'm going to be till 10 o'clock, and that's the bed.
And then you got Monica, right?
Yep. She's got me.
All right.
How do you look at it?
Well, it depends. I mean, because I won't call any shade to Rob and his button pushing abilities, but I don't know if you watched the show last night.
No, I didn't. I was at work.
It come up, and there's Rob, all in his glory, right there on the side of you, going like that, and he starts to push buttons. And right about then, a robe-clad Monica starts to swoop in, and that's when it cuts to the opening. So when I see Monica again, I say, "Hey, where's your robe?
Right?
What's up the robe? Where you?" She's probably gonna hear that and punch me through.
She's wearing a robe.
I don't want to know any more than that. I'm done. Nope. I'm being good. Oh yeah, Mickey, you're right. He's playing video games somewhere probably.
Yeah.
But we're about to get hit with some lightning and stuff here in a few minutes. I've been waiting for this rain all dang day, and it's finally showing up.
Yeah, they're talking about an inch tonight, maybe 2 tomorrow, and
yep,
you know,
we got a flash flood watch going on until tomorrow evening, I think.
Yeah.
So, hey, we'll take all we can get. Just do it slow and easy. Don't just pound it all in one fell swoop. You know what I mean?
Take a look at the radar here.
Yep.
It's all west, moving north of us. May get y'all, but not us.
Oh yeah, but it'll get you all better in the morning. You know the Cowboys have come back. Look out.
Have they? What score?
Yeah, it's 21-14 now.
I'll be damned.
I guess they should have started.
As a Cowboys fan, I would love nothing better than to see them whoop the shit out of the Eagles.
I'm with you on that. But that's I didn't expect them to even do that. I thought 21-0 when I saw it. I was like, it's done. We're screwed.
Yeah.
That tells me now that I probably should have started Dak Prescott instead of Josh Allen after what he did on Thursday. God. Anyway, that's for another show, another time.
There you go.
All right, guys. Appreciate y'all being here. Thanks, Tex, for coming on and saving the day and making a decent looking brandy.
Right?
Yep. All right. We'll see you guys next week. Same time, same channel.
We'll see y'all at 10 o'clock tonight, me and Monica.
Yep, 10 o'clock with Monica.